Alright guys, this video is going to be all about the Codex. So Codex can be found on the main screen. You click this little book here, go to Codex, it gives you a bunch of information. You can check out units, king ups, what exactly they all do, what all the legion spells do, all the emojis in the game. This one's the most important. All the emojis in the game though can be found here. This is a great way to know how to BM people, as well as text commands. These text commands are really useful in Sandbox, as well as in-game, so you can check the lifetime, DPS, how many kills the unit got last wave, things like that. These are all for like muting, unmuting, taglines, all this stuff is for like either lobby or guild or your profile or something of the sort. But you can come through here, read all these. I won't read them all one by one. So the biggest thing to keep in mind though, in the units section, you can go in here and you can just check out, let's say I really want to know what Atlantean has. It walks through every single tier of every Atlantean unit, the upgrades of them, special units it has in every class, what their damage per second is, what their base damage is, how much health they have. Like, you get down to the very nitty-gritty on all this stuff. So you can just check out and see, okay, I know that the base Kingpin has 137 DPS with 192 damage. You can see Ocean Templar's abilities. It can check to see like the hidden abilities and how it works with gates, how the delicacy works with it. So it sells still for 90%, what its base ability does, its typings, all super good information for the game that you're going to want to kind of keep in mind. You can go through here and check every individual one down to mercenaries and aspect, which is just the kings and their specials. Wave creeps, how much health everything has on a wave, how much damage it has on a wave. So like, let's say the damage on Cobras is 29, but the DPS is 31, etc. Keep kind of rolling through it. You can also sort things by tiers. So let's say we go to all again, and it will show us every tier 1 in the game and all of its upgrades. Tier 2, tier 5, tier 6, etc. So when I say you can growl into a tier 6, you can then check to see, okay, if I growl into a tier 6, what can I actually buy? It's tier 4 unit growl is. I know it's 145 gold to begin with. If I sell it, it's 130. So I get 130 plus however much for the wave. I can come in here and check all this out. Super useful information. And I'd highly recommend any new players come through here, fiddle with information found in the tier pages as well as king and king spells before you even jump into Sandbox. This is going to be all super, super important on basically really how the game functions. Going to be super nice. I guess, chat, is there anything that chat has questions on with the Codex before I end this video? Because for the most part, it's pretty much just check out to see what's available, what waves do, if there's special bonuses for them. Like wave 18, it has the ability to deal every 300 damage of magic every 4th attack, refreshes on kill, etc. Oh, good question, actually, from Terra83. Are the tiers based on price? Yes. So, tier 1 is from 10 to 25. Tier 2 is from, I believe, 35 with the Harpy, all the way up to 60, I think, with the Nico. I think that's the highest cost unit, 60. So 35 to 60 for tier 2. Tier 3 is 80 to 100. So 100 in the Gate Guard and 80 in the Infiltrator. 4 is, I think it's 30, or 25 in Eternal Wanderer, to 50 with the APS and Butcher. With tier 5, it goes from 185 with the Nightmare to 200 with the Antler and Arc of Justice, or Radiant Halo, I should say. Tier 6 is anywhere from 260 to 290. 260 for Soulgate, 290 for Millennium. Another good question by chat. Do you get more value per gold spent as you buy more expensive tier units? Traditionally, yes. The higher the cost of the unit, the more damage per second it has, the more health it has, and potentially more ability it has. As you get into late game, from like waves 10 and earlier, tier 3 units below is really, that's where they shine. They're good cost, good damage per second for the cost of those waves. But as you get higher into the tiers, you kind of need more expensive units to be able to, one, take the damage the wave gives you, as well as you get better damage per second and just general damage. So like the DPS of a Fire Lord is 141, or I think Millennium's probably a good example. DPS for Millennium is 151. You all the way down to tier 3. The DPS of a Leviathan, which is 270, is only 72. Now Leviathan does buff other things, so that's something to keep in mind. Harbinger, which is 290, is still only 81 DPS. Lioness and Alpha Male, which is probably the highest DPS I think in tier 3, is only 112, and that's still a 280 value unit. So you go to tier 6 and you look at, let's say Bunk, for instance, is an 88 DPS and it has way over the health. But then you can also put Bunk up to a Banana Haven. Tier 5, same thought. Nightmare is 123 DPS, but it goes to 250 DPS in the Doppelganger. So traditionally, as cost goes up, or I should say up, not down, up. As cost goes up, you get more value out of it. Though, the problem is, early game, someone can send you something like... Oh, where's the mercenaries? Someone can send you something like, early game, a 4 Eyes, or even a Brute. And if you have too many of a big unit, something like Brute spam, as well as like 4 Eyes, can really destroy a single unit's ability to clear a wave. So you got to kind of balance it out. Though, as you go up in cost, traditionally, things get stronger. Good question, chat. That was a question by Hey People Chill. I'm trying to call out names so you guys get recognition. But I think that kind of does it for Codex. Just like with my Legion Spells guide, I walk through each individual one. You can also do that all in the Codex here. I think this is an easier way to learn about them. But for the most part, if you want to use them in Sandbox using the dash power up command, which can, if you ever forget, be found right here. But yeah, for the most part, that's kind of it. Thank you guys for watching. Please, if you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe, comment below on if I missed something, or if you want to see something different in a future video. But for the most part, thank you all for watching. Have a good rest of your day.